On a hotel room or something, yeah.
Yeah, because I can get a refund now. Weddings planning drama.
I'm there. Hard to save the dates came in. They're- Instead of nice grayscale, they are very dark grayscale. Doesn't matter, but it's not perfect.
Planning, yeah, there are so many landmines in the wedding planning process. They have like.
When should they?
And then I have,
Customers to deal with this after you do so.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I've got a son that we pulled out of college, it's just like, this is working for us. Like, we're not getting what we need out of our 20 grand a year investments. He's,
You want to be a nurse?
that was 2 dreams ago. Yeah. With that, no, that's Max. Max is doing everything at process.
Okay, okay.
This is my oldest, he's,
Was it I?
he must have, be tech. He passed to get into nursing school. And then went to USI and then. Yes. Our decisions with just a lot of consolidated drama. Sure, let's spread out the drama.
You need a basement to come and just watch a basketball game and drink a bourbon with nobody else, or even my husband and just sit there and know, but we won't let anybody know where you are, if you need that, yeah. I could.
Jennifer. That's just.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Dev's mom, the problem with Ellen and Devin is they are so relaxed and chill about everything. It's mad, like. No, you need to make a decision, let's, come on, let's do something. And his mom. She's a single mom, she's really love her. She's getting frustrated with it because she's trying to set the date for that.
We have they're bad communicators.
Oh, good, okay, yeah.
So what happened was. Jennifer's like, hey, you have there, are you gonna do? Yeah.
I tried.
So this is overseas.
As I would, yeah.
48 hours into some like key decisions.
Hey. Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, it's not a problem.
that's not we have that vision.
I love it. I love the blue, the hat. Beautiful hands.
I'm trying to, it's Cincinnati this weekend.
I'm doing it. Well, I'm trying to say more. Fine.
Heard it straight from the boss. So,
They didn't send you like a, hey, it's in hand. Super.
That's ready to go.
Okay.
I'll show you. when-
Tammy should be on here. But, okay. My first concern,
I'll call her to see if she needs any
Okay.
assistance getting on it, but
my first concern is, does everybody have DocuSign uploaded in their VPN to get to? That's, and if they don't, then I don't know. I mean, that should be a thing. That's the part that I don't understand. So it's could be a very, very short cost.
I'm not saying here.
Oh, I've done this.
I have a login.
Can you log in? That's the question number one.
I should be.
And they're asking me if you can log in, you know,
Right.
I need to see.
I don't know if you remember, but back in the back day. When we switched like to command or something, I had the sexy seniors, slow class.
Call it what it is.
There was a command class that I got up and
Right.
because it was just like.
Oh,
Two remedial.
Too slow, yeah. There's a difference between the Tristan age people saying and the Ally age people saying, okay, log in and then go here, go here, go here, here. And can you log in? Yeah.
Do you know how to turn a computer on?
And if it becomes, I'll probably stay in here just in case.
Okay.
it doesn't, but let me call Tammy to see, make sure she's on here.
You know, I text me.
I saw, yeah, did you send it on to them? Yeah,
Okay.
hold on, okay, so. DocuSign on you.
Everybody else.
Good call.
Uh,
Okay. First of all, is everybody warm and safe and good?
Possibly, let's see here.
For some reason, the music keeps popping up saying, you ready to play? No, I don't.
I mean, we could.
No.
DocuSign Disco.
Get
I
anybody?
haven't been out of the house in literally like 4 days.
Oh, so
I've
you
not
must feel
even
like a-
stepped out of the house, so
Like,
I have
out
my
of the cage.
fleece lined leggings that are probably not work appropriate, but I don't care. I'm warm.
Works for this.
Who's gonna fire you? Ain't nobody here.
I think it's call.
Okay, so I'm at that.
Okay, so. The first thing, and I am working on how to bypass this, is if you hit this. Right there
Mhm.
and say, switch to rooms.
Which two rooms, what does that mean?
That's where everything is. I don't
The
understand. what-
documents are in rooms?
Mhm.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh. That's my favorite.
Well, again, I'm not like a DocuSign master, but. I'm,
Where the hell do you? Google.
right here, Google Chrome, at the top now.
I don't, I can go to Google Chrome, but that's not where I normally type. Not for regular Chrome.
Master
Regular.
Is it not this thing right there?
No, because I go to Chrome again. I don't know why. So keep bouncing there, but let's go there just for the hell of it. Just.
DocuSign login.
Where?
No, use.
Only one step left to start using DocuSign.
Yeah, no,
Authorize.
no,
Okay.
no.
Should also be in there.
No longer blind.
Now I just sign in here.
Yeah, is that not me right there? Is that not me signed in?
That's you, look at you.
had no
No, that's Google though, that's that's not DocuSign. No, that's Docs, that's Google Docs.
Oh, come on. I was getting ready to brag. I've got it, I got it.
Is this? Is this
Okay.
right, Amy? Does that look right to you?
You're correct.
Said authorize and then it took me to that.
Yes.
Okay.
You are, okay, yeah, go back to DocuSign.
I thought that's where it was.
You're in command. Yeah. No.
Verification code my favorite.
That's what I did before.
That you were just authorizing it through, okay, so,
It's doing it again, so go back here.
Mhm. and
Back
then you
to
should be
switch to
switched to
rooms.
rooms.
And that's
Should be.
what it brought me up to something that it said you were.
No, you're good.
Authorized.
Yeah, you have to authorize it first.
And now it's
Now
okay?
you're good, so
Okay.
hit this X. So basically, if we get you into,
Has to be ASCII for
no,
Password.
just not interested,
not interested. Okay,
Yeah.
go away.
you don't need extra stuff, yeah.
I get being extra stuff is from constantly trouble. Yeah.
Okay, that's beautiful, you're in a good place, now, go up to where it says BH in the top right hand corner, yeah, and hit switch to rooms,
Wait, room,
yeah,
bedroom, or bathroom, or the living room?
bedroom,
Okay.
put the sexy music on, there we go, okay. Okay, so. DocuSign is the stepsister of DocuSign. Not even a stepsister, just a sister. They're different. But they're both gonna accomplish the same thing,
What did
right?
you say? I'm sorry.
DocuSign and .loop are sisters,
Twisted Sisters.
twisted sisters if you want, yeah. But they're both gonna do the same thing, right? They're both gonna, make you really happy and then frustrate the hell out of them sometimes, right? Yeah, whatever. You still have to go into command to start a DocuSign,
Okay, yeah.
okay, just like you did with .loop. You still have to put the person in. And then start an opportunity and then go to DocuSign.
I put the person in and you put them into your contacts.
Yes,
Before you
in
do anything else.
command, yes. Okay, so if we all wanna go to command real quick,
It just took me to committee.
it's a magical. I might have to just stand over your shoulder.
No, I got this shit.
Okay.
I see it right there.
Okay, there you go. Okay, now go to your people.
I won't find it again, but I'm there.
I think you shouldn't have to find it.
Go to my people, contact.
Yes, find your name. You are probably in your own command. Find your name. We're gonna just use you. If you're not there, add yourself. Or you can add me. But you're probably already in there by yourself.
Is there anybody?
I've been taking all those classes that Command 66,
Mhm.
I'm doing that.
Yeah.
But haven't gotten very far with any of that because I have to get my iPad.
So if you go
connected
here,
to it, if I go there. Okay.
Is there anybody up on Zoom? No.
Nope.
Okay.
make sure we call them on here.
I don't know if I have any.
You have, yeah, it's your people, so they,
So. a little bit to, this-
Mr. Mike.
We get further in my list.
Couple messages. We go on Facebook.
okay, yeah, just use yourself. There you go. Okay, okay. Cool. Everyone logged in so far. Everybody's logged in. Awesome.
And she there, whatever, and respond. So.
Okay.
Post church and they have some interest.
Did you take a look for the one I got? You already built it. Yeah, you should.
I sent it to them, they didn't like the location of parking and all, but.
On Allison Lane? No, because parking is.
Oh, no, ceiling height on that.
On a church?
Yeah.
Oh, because you're doing something separate,
So they're gonna be there.
big. They didn't like it. Huh.
We'll talk.
Well, the Bell Lane's still available. So
Hey, I don't know about that.
you don't understand, I just need to sell. Oh, get back to work. Yes, teacher. Sorry,
Okay,
teacher.
so you have you up there, you know to go to opportunities, right? You click on opportunities
Mhm.
and you put in go to opportunities. Just this is, none of this is new. Create an opportunity. Yeah. And it can be a buyer, seller, whatever you wanna do.
So we're creating it down.
We're creating a dummy, test dummy, crash dummy, whatever 1, 2, 3 Main Street, whatever you wanna do, commission
Do I
rate
need to do that?
10%.
I need to do that now?
Yes,
Even though I'm here?
Yeah.
Okay.
opportunities, create opportunity. I just wanna make sure we're all getting the opportunity type. You're gonna hit either buyer or seller. Listing, and then you scroll down to the bottom and you're gonna choose your commission rate and your opportunity stage.
Opportunity phase, you said.
And my.
And your commission rate. Commission rate. Yeah, no.
Phase.
As a listing, is that for the
Wait a minute.
full, as in or this?
Yes.
Well, from now on, for the rest of your life, it's just the 3% or whatever, but I'm gonna say 8%. I don't know. Is that, yeah. I can need to again. So then,
1 second.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do something down there.
But if you only did the 3, let's say it's
3%, yeah,
all right, but your client has agreed to 6 because your contract says 3 for it. It's in the listing that way,
Mhm.
but I don't think it is in my commercial side. And they have agreed to pay, in this contract, they have agreed to pay the full amount on both sides.
okay.
But you're telling me it's still only the 30.
That's, I believe that's correct, it's the 3, it's your side that you're gonna get paid on, not the whole thing. But that is also a Tristan and not a DocuSign.
And then when you create another loop, because you have to create, not a loop, when you create another room, that's creating a buyer. And that's where the other 3% would come from.
Yes, you can do that. I would do it in the same
Okay,
place.
so
and then
where-
I just switch it. Yeah,
Where did I go?
you are now in a listing, okay, so you're just you're still in command,
Mhm.
and we're gonna go to documents.
Okay, I'm here now because I've
Yeah.
created it. Why does it not create, and this is a command problem,
It doesn't.
we were trying to do one the other day. Why does it not pop up the address of the,
Cause you haven't put it in here,
goes over here?
so open this up. So you're in the same place, hit document. Now, you can go ahead here on this, on that page, on that details page. If you start putting in the address and stuff here, some of that will populate, possibly.
Okay, did I just screw up and move too far on you?
So I go to documents from
Go to
here.
documents, yeah. And now, before you do anything on documents, you are gonna have to pick a checklist type. So it's a listing, so go to documents. Pick a checklist type. Indiana listing, Indiana commercial,
Yeah, let's see what's in here.
okay,
Oh,
and then start a transaction. And once you start that transaction, you're gonna hit DocuSign.
I don't.
DocuSign. Did you get it over, Tammy?
Yeah, I told her if she had troubles accessing or anything like that to text me, that I'd be up here with you.
So,
Do I need to click the Gmail notification?
no, that's just telling you that you've been added to invited to the room. So now we're at a blank page that says add documents to your room, or you have documents already in there. You should have documents, but I guess the commercial isn't done yet. So
These are,
those are the pre-populated. We need to make sure if you open up the listing contract. Will you go to your, open that up? And scroll down to the bottom of the first page.
July 2024.
Okay, nope, we need one that says, what does yours say? Scroll down. Nope, just first page, any bottom of any page, stop. Yeah, okay. Just X out of those and we'll figure out that in a minute.
So these are
Okay.
not the right documents.
Those are not the right documents yet.
We need the 25.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so hit X.
Can I get out of this and just, and switch over to a residential because it's not in there?
Here,
Is residential, the process would be the same for commercial as what you're gonna show in residential, right?
But remember the other day, I couldn't find the
Right,
documents,
right.
well, it's.
But
They're one
they're not here
okay.
yet.
Okay, so you're just gonna use A/B test, okay. Okay, so but first, what we're gonna do first, this is the end all be all. If you don't hear anything, hear this part. You see the documents, you get all excited, you wanna play in documents right now, you wanna go send it out. I'm gonna make your life 100 times easier if you just go to the details page first. Up at the top,
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
details.
It's all over there.
Okay, go to the details page. And then hit the blue button that says edit. Right,
Am I gonna do this every time?
you are gonna do this every single time, you're gonna go to the details page first.
Okay.
You don't have to, but this is why people think DocuSign is so hard. Because they don't go to the detail page first.
now, if you've got past clients already in there, do you still go to the detail page first?
You still go to the detail page. And if you have put in enough information in command, some of that's gonna swap over and be already filled in here.
Will already be populated over.
It should be populated, yeah,
So just putting the contact in will populate a bunch of this.
yes,
Okay.
doing it the correct way. So if you, I'm just got an accepted offer for Courtney, she's one of my extra daughters. We're just gonna use her. You're all gonna find out a lot about her, just don't take notes on her stuff. If you edit, the more information you can put on here, and you can fill all this out in 4 minutes, it's not a big deal, but. Put in the MLS ID, put in the address, and you're doing that by editing. You're putting in the seller's name. You're putting in.
But if you're,
Does
but if
this,
you're creating this document for a listing, you don't have the MLS number.
Not yet, but if you have it, put it in there. If you don't have it, don't put it in there. Yeah.
So we're
It's- yeah.
okay not to.
Yeah.
if it was a buyer?
Yeah.
It's a buyer.
Yeah, then I have, it, right.
But right now, we're in DocuSign.
Yes,
Does it? Or does it need to be, does it ever populate back to command, or does it
No.
need to?
it's a this way, not a that way.
It's only that way,
Right,
always that way, never backward.
that is my understanding.
Am I correct to assume that putting detail information in because it'll auto
It's gonna
populate?
auto populate,
So
yes.
this will save us some.
This is gonna save you a lot of time, okay? So you're putting in the tax amount, you're putting in if it's a listing, this is an old listing. before even. Seller concessions. You're putting in the legal description. You're putting in as much information as you can here.
Excuse me, I gotta change the chair.
You're good, what can I get you?
Okay.
Okay.
Right.
So
Don't wait, folks.
And then on the right hand side, this is the part that I don't love about this. But you've got, I mean, it's wonderful. It's gonna automatically put in. The seller if they have it, or the listing agent, if you put in MLS information, et cetera. Listing agent 2, they're gonna put in, automatically gonna put in all of Courtney's information, because it's gonna come from command. I think it puts in buyer 1, but I haven't seen it successfully put in buyer 2 yet, but
Okay.
I don't know. That's amazing. But then you keep scrolling down. And like, you think you're way down there because there's no more information over here, but you just keep scrolling. And there's buyer two that you can put, then it's gonna put you as the buyer agent down there. Or the listing agent, whatever it is, and then it's a buyer name two, and then you can do the brokers down there too. So instead of having to put in Angie, and once you put it in once, I feel like it auto populates, like once you start typing KW broker 858, it's gonna finish it. Or Angie broker.
On the actual documents, okay.
Well, even right here. And once you get all that information in. Once you've edited it. Then you can save it down here at the bottom. Once you save it, now your life should be pretty easy.
We're not doing this right now, right? So if I could say what's gonna
Yeah,
happen.
no,
Okay.
it's fine,
Alright.
yeah. Okay, but like, go ahead and put in. Go up to the very top. And go ahead, your seller number one, okay, and put seller number two, put, you know, Bob Smith or somebody, just edit,
Oh.
just so you can see it, okay? So then now we have them all in detail, so now when you go to documents. Don't pay attention to what I'm doing. You go to documents and you open it up. The information that you put in there should be in here.
You said go to documents and
Mhm.
it should be in.
Yeah. I didn't put anybody in there, but you guys did, so.
Even with the old contract. you know,
Even with, well, we're
use it
gonna,
20
I'm gonna show you how to get a new contract in there, then we're gonna figure out how to. I will email you all in.
You could say, would that stuff not be?
Yeah, I did. Put me in legal description, okay.
Your mom's house, okay?
0.29 acre.
Would that stuff not be, should be uploaded?
It
from
should
the
be,
office?
yeah, it should be,
Okay, because
I,
I've also had Alicia, we went through this commercially and uploaded everything. Commercially into DocuSign and and DocuSign and Docu. And we just seen it's not there.
Okay.
So
I don't know,
I don't
I'm here to,
Get me that started anyway.
yeah. Yeah, I'm not, unfortunately, I'm not that person, but I'm,
Is Tristan here tomorrow or today? Not today, obviously.
Kristen will be here tomorrow, because I've got a meeting.
I think
He said he'd be here all day.
Is this in regards to the contracts?
the correct
The
forms
forms?
being.
So I
uploaded.
did just speak with Angie, she said they are all in there.
They're in there, but they're not in the,
They're not coming up. with
they're not
the
coming up
documents.
in the, on. Our office puts in, and I think there's a way, and I'm actually learning about that today at 3 o'clock, so I will give you the information. And I think I know how to do it anyway,
So
when
you just
you,
said, Angie said they're in there, but they're not. We just don't know where they're at.
so here's where they are. Are you ready? You're in documents.
Wait, they're going to be in this location. Shortly, right?
They are here right now.
Right.
The automatic upload that has been done is not correct. It has, that automatically uploaded part has not been done to my knowledge.
But they will be.
But
in
they
that
will be.
Place where the
Eventually,
24s
yes.
are right now.
But if you go
I
right
don't
now, and you
know.
go to add and you go to DocuSign forms. It's gonna give you packets. Now, these packets have been created by the office. And the packets are what need to be uploaded correctly, okay? The packet right now apparently still has 2024 in it instead of 2025. But if we go to Indiana buyer or listing, whichever one you go to. And if I look at this one. That should be as selected. Hold on.
This
It's-
listing
it's
one
there.
is up to date.
The listing one is up to date, okay.
No, because mine still says 24.
Did you go to add
Yeah,
and then DocuSign forms? And then Indiana
Where did you
residential
get that?
listing,
Okay, I'm sorry, but how do you get to the ad when you're,
add is right
I
here.
know, but I'm on that
You're
listing
on
page.
the,
If I
on
just,
the documents page.
if I just hit back. Okay, wait, no, it still doesn't take me there. Yeah, mhm. Okay, I'm doing that.
Okay.
I hit the back.
Documents. Yeah, you're on the details page. So now you're on the documents page
Mhm.
and you click add.
And nothing pops up for me except that.
Yeah, no, well then when you do that, here, let me show you.
You feel like you're at the nursing home?
And
Okay, click add.
DocuSign forms.
I don't know how you got that ADDA, Attention Deficit Disorder Association to show up, but that makes a lot of sense, Brian.
That's priceless.
Okay. So if you click on DocuSign forms. That's a good post move right there.
Okay, and then DocuSign forms, I go there.
Okay.
If
but
you
I
go
can-
down to the libraries, I know for sure the libraries are updated.
Why am I Indiana, okay. Libraries.
Libraries. Okay,
Okay,
and I'm in the library,
and if you go to Indiana Association,
Indian Association. Yeah, I see
and you
that,
just put in purchase.
and I see that, and that Indian Association is, I saw there for residential.
Or listing or whatever.
And right now you think that is for 24 or 25?
So the listing contract exclusive right to sell. If I add that. It's gonna come into my room docs automatically.
Yours is the 25? Yours is 25?
25, yeah.
Okay. yeah,
So-
it did it.
The listing contract exclusive right to sell for sure is correct.
So if we do that with each document, if we have a sale before they get this.
I will tell you by Friday, I think this because of Snowmageddon and everything in the beginning of the year. Things are just running a little bit slow. I think by Friday, all of our packets are gonna be correct.
So we won't have to do this.
We won't have to do this, but this is just so you know how to add documents,
Okay.
okay? Kristen and I will work
So then you
together
just
to make sure that this
kind of go
works.
through each one of those that you need and fill them out, but the secret is details page.
Yes.
Details page is
Is
the
your
first
secret.
doc, yes, okay? So now anything that you put in this listing should have transferred over,
It did.
okay, so we're good, okay?
Okay, I got one, mine says sample forms. What I did, right there,
Listing contract exclusive right to sell, right there.
and that's where I was at.
Okay, click on it and then hit add selected. No, because now we're just looking at a preview. So you're right. Okay, instead of add selected. No, it's not gonna say sample anymore.
Well, I'll be damned.
I know, crazy sauce.
Okay, okay.
Okay, so now you would open up your listing contract and you're gonna go in and you're gonna fill it in just like you always have for everything else, okay? And then you're gonna save it. And then we're gonna be very excited about that. Save and close, okay? Here's where the next tricky part is, that is not tricky, it's just how you do it. Okay, you've put in all the information, just like we always have, how we've been realtors for all of our lives. We're gonna save and close. And it's gonna take you back to the documents page.
Is after I hit save and close.
It's taking you right back here. Okay. And if you wanted to add, upload, whatever else you want to upload from the computer, you'd still do that exactly the same way, like you just use computer. Okay? So you can either use DocuSign forms or computer. And you
Or-
can
or
scan it.
Okay, for instance, if I wanted to load a lease into that, I'd go through and load it through computer,
Right,
download it
just like you always
and
have,
upload it.
same thing, okay?
If
So
I
now
want,
we've got all of these forms in here, okay?
if I want to, can I add like floor plans and that? kind of stuff
Absolutely,
from here?
yes, everything added on right here,
Any-
anything that
Anything as a
PDF.
PDF, not as a
JPEG.
JPEG or.
Okay. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna send these out to get signatures. I want the limited agency. And I want the listing. To go out for signatures because I filled them all out, right? They are ready,
Okay,
okay, whatever it is, I don't care what it is.
yeah,
But now that that has happened. These little icons, now that we've check marked them here, these little icons have come up, this slanted pin. Says create an envelope, the slanted pin.
says.
Okay, so I haven't, so I need to check off.
You
the
need to
documents
check
that
off
I
the
want.
documents that you've done, yeah,
And when you check it off, then that little pin shows up.
yeah. So you can copy documents, you can move them, you can email documents from here, you can print them. You can combine them, you can split them, all the things, just like we could in Document, okay?
So do I open it on a pin?
The pen to me says create envelope.
Create envelope, that's exactly,
Right?
yeah, that's what it says here, yeah, we're good. You also have an archive and a delete. The difference between archive is you can find it again, delete is it's gone forever. Okay, so if you create an envelope, it's gonna give you this page. This is the magic page.
Create envelope.
Create envelope. Who do you wanna send this to? You wanna send it to your managing broker, you wanna send it to seller one, you wanna send it to seller two. Okay, just click two people, just for funsies. Okay,
I'm still thinking.
okay, it's okay,
That's number two. Okay.
there's a lot of snow out there,
Out there in my head.
and both internet's full today. Okay, and then you hit continue. And once you hit continue, this fun page is gonna come up.
She always makes it interesting when this is what's getting ready to have fun. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. It is running slow today, that's not DocuSign this today. I think, okay. Here are your documents. Do not freak out, they don't look populated right now. Okay? Don't worry, don't open them up and say, well, all my stuff's gone. Don't worry about it. This is just the generic, here's what we're looking at, okay?
That's just a picture of the
It's
front
just a
page.
picture of the front page. Don't, when you hit view, you're gonna say, oh shit, none of my stuff's there. Don't worry about it. Promise, okay? But that is something that freaks people out when they like, so you have to know that, don't worry about the view, okay? Here. The number one reason why I love DocuSign. In .loop. If I'm sending something to my buyer to sign. On Mike's listing. My buyer signs it, I gotta get up from Sunday dinner. And then go and send it to Mike next, okay? DocuSign, that was in .loop, I had to get up from dinner, go send it, resend it, you know, send it to Angie afterwards, or if I didn't get it correct. In DocuSign, I can say, I want my buyer to sign it. And I want Angie to sign it, and then once both of them is signed it, I just want it to go to Mike automatically. So I don't have to get up for my dinner, it's just automatically done.
And you trust the stamp computer system to automatically go.
Do you trust .loop to go to the people that you've sent it to before? I mean, it's the same thing.
Agree.
Yeah, it's the same thing. As much as I trust send in a Gmail, I trust this.
So after that, they're gonna get up and go look anyway.
I'm gonna see where it is. And I'll show you how to do that too. So I'm gonna put,
Can I back up just one second? Because you said something a while ago that, yeah, in dot loop. Sometimes I just plug in her and you and say, okay, let everybody look at it and everybody sign it at will. That has caused me problems before.
100%.
And I always thought you could do that, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't, so
I'm not gonna send something to my co-agent, the listing agent, before my buyer is signed.
so for instance, I've sent stuff to Angie and my buyers and say, or listing agent, or listen, whatever, to say, hey, all you guys sign it when you get ready. And it works, is there a difference between the buyers and the listing side of that loop, or am I just been lucky that it's happened successfully
I
sometimes?
think you've been lucky. Think about it this way. If I have a buyer and you are the listing agent and I send you a contract that hasn't been signed by my buyer, you're gonna call me and say, what the hell is this?
Now, yeah, I will not send it to the buyer and the seller
Right,
together, but I will send it to like multiple listing folks, and I will send it to two people on the listing and Angie.
yeah. No, that I'm
That
okay
doesn't
with.
matter.
That, no, I'm okay with
Sounds
that.
like you can do that easily
Yeah.
here.
So you have two options. If I'm not sending it to Mike, the listing agent, and I'm just wanting everybody to sign it, I cannot set the signing order and everybody's gonna get it at one time. But if I do wanna add Mike on here, I can say set signing order and I can say I want Angie to sign it first. And actually, I want the agent or the seller, lister, whatever, also to sign it, and then I can add a recipient. Add from contacts, whatever. I can add somebody here, and then I can say they're gonna get it second.
So I can
That's cool.
send it to my referring agent to review.
And when you do, they need to sign. In-person sign, receives a copy, needs to view. Here's the cool thing. If you have a referral person,
Where did you,
so I've got, this is
you
right.
go to that
yeah,
by going
yeah.
to needs to sign?
Mhm. This needs to view, receives a copy. So if I want to send it to my referral partner and I just want him to have it for his records at some point, receives a copy. If I want him to look at it and approve it and say, yes, I'm good to go, he actually needs to open it up.
Okay, so right now I'm working on her with a listing. And I send it to the sellers and I also send it to her.
Mhm.
What you're saying is
I'd have to look at it.
she has to look at it before it goes to them. Now that's, Dr. don't do that.
No,
Look at
I
that.
can
We found
also allow
something
her to
else.
edit it. Okay, I don't understand about signing with notary. I guess you'd have to put a notary in there. I don't know what that would be. But I can allow her to edit, but receives a copy and needs to view.
Some of my
And I
stuff.
can
And you
have,
can allow them
in-
to edit it.
yeah, in this signing order. I can have 14 people be number one, but then I can have somebody be number two. And after all 14 people have done what they needed to do, then it'll go to number two.
That's cool.
Okay, if say, for instance, I created a document and I sent it out to the sellers and I sent it to her. She has to review it.
Mhm.
If she changes it for whatever reason, because it's instead of view, it's
I have no idea.
altered, will it alert me saying?
I'm sure, it will. Yeah, but let
I'm
me
sure
show
it
you, let me show you this. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put in Angie here real quick.
My boxes are really small, so I can only see like MI or AN.
For where?
Where are your boxes?
The,
The names?
that you're typing in right now for like name and stuff.
Hmm.
I can't figure out how to make the bigger.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Oh. Being done, hold on.
made, made it, so here's where it's like forward.
That's yeah. Definitely.
I guess if I just.
I haven't seen that yet.
Okay.
Okay, so, and once you start putting people in, you're gonna get this kind of stuff, so then just like on command, you know, it'll be. So then when you go to next. Remember how I told you don't worry about view, preview, because it's gonna be blank. This should already be filled out. There will be text boxes here. Okay, that you can fill in if you haven't filled them all in beforehand. I personally want to go into my documents before I come to this part and fill them all out here. Some people play by different rules, I guess, and just want to do it all at the very end, but I want to make sure I'm doing it correct. But you can do it both ways. Neither of them is wrong. My way is better. Okay. So, but if this is a good place to go through and look, you can put me and you need.
So this is in the, but we're not in
You
the
send it
add
to me.
documents anymore. Where did
Okay.
you get to?
You added recipients. Okay. And then next, I don't know what, it was just something. Put in it. That's anything.
With the.
Yes, yeah. That's what Mike just said, and I can send it to, when I send it to you, my first time home buyer. Say, here's the purchase document, you can do a custom email to everybody. Here's the purchase document, here's the seller's disclosure, here's this buyer's exclusive agency I talked about, here's this, here's this, here's this, this is why we're signing all this. Call me. And then when I send it to Mike, I can just say, please accept our offer. And I can make different emails for everybody when I send them. So. Okay, now, once you get to this.
Okay, so when you send out a purchase agreement,
Mhm.
hypothetically,
Mhm.
an offer or whatever.
Mhm.
And it goes out, is there, obviously there is, but there is a note location there says, what I do is I put in there. Please review and
Just review and
e-sign
sign,
it, instead of just saying e-sign, because in my opinion, if you tell somebody just e-sign it.
Yeah.
You just hung your ass out to dry for the liability issue.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Please review and sign all the time, yes,
Let me know if you have any questions.
yeah,
Yeah.
call me. Maybe, baby, okay, so here's the cool part. You can also schedule a send, I don't wanna send it until 4 o'clock today. That's pretty cool, I don't know why I would do that, but you know, whatever. Okay, so. When you have these documents open now, you can either put more information in there. Or you can just make sure that the right people are signing. Here's the cool thing. Angie is my yellow person now. Amy is blue. So Angie. I'm gonna come down here. Look at that magical stuff. Amy's already in there. Where in dot loop, I had to go and put all the signatures there.
Yeah.
Because we said we want the buyer one or the seller one to sign here, it's already done. I don't have to do that.
But you had the opportunity to add them wherever you need them, or initials wherever you want them.
And if I want, here's a trick, guys, too. If I want to add, for some reason, a number, a text box, a checkbox, if you add a checkbox, you can put it in there. You do come over here, you can make it read only, you can make it so that Angie can't check it or uncheck it, but when you come down here for checkboxes, checkbox values. I can even add, you know, like say this is. Don't touch this under penalty of death. Check. Whatever it is, you can just, so put that in there, so it's there, but like, you know,
Make sure you read this,
yeah,
or,
yeah,
so that's basically it's a highlighter for notes.
Right.
or.
So, I
check
mean,
mark.
but I can put in a radio, I can put any of these information here, I can draw things, I can attach things, I can approve, define all the things. You guys, we're only pretty much gonna use this. Signature, initial, date, name, and then I'm scrolling on the thing. And then the check marks, is really all I've ever used, text and number, okay? If I go down to the next thing, exclusive, right, to sell. Okay, Angie's signature is already there and the buyer's signature is already there, or the list sellers, whatever it is. Okay, any information that I put in the detail page should be there.
Is there a way to, does it automatically get rid of wrong email addresses that, like Angie's, I got 2 or 3 in there?
I think
Take
it'll
that.
not send it, I don't. I would assume so. Okay, I'm gonna go back here for a second, because I wanna show you something real quick. So then you would just send it, once you've changed all the information in there, and then they're automatically, the signatures are gonna be in there on any DocuSign form. Any PDF that you upload, any lease, you're gonna have to drag and drop those over there. And you make sure that you're either in the right yellow person or blue person or green person or purple person, whatever it is, that color up on the right top, okay? And then that's just gonna make it easier for you, that's the only person that can touch those. He had a seller's disclosure over there, they were all blue, so if I wasn't the blue person, I couldn't fill it out. So where that comes into play, I'm gonna ask if I'm sending it to a husband and a wife. Look, I've got a seller's disclosure, it's only gonna come to one of you to fill out. Who's gonna be the person that's really gonna fill this out? Don't assume she'll get pissed off, because it's probably her.
Now, will it, I was told DocuSign will allow 2 different individuals with the same email, is that correct?
I have no idea, I would think that would be a false, because
Because
that's,
I've got
do you?
people with, yeah,
Okay.
one email address.
Well, we've all had it, and we've all, but I was told DocuSign would allow that to happen. And with the one email, but, otherwise, what you have to do is create another, just create an email for those folks.
Yeah.
And dilute.
I
Create an
honestly.
email.
Yeah, it's,
Okay, so if
Have
I'm
it.
going. Save it close. Save it close, okay. There we go. Okay, if I'm back at my page here, I just saved and closed because I didn't want to send it to Angie because she'd say, what the hell are we doing? Actually, she would not, she would say, thank you for sending it to me, this is blank. If I go, I can go back in and I can, oh gosh, I just got the, oh gosh, I just got the pre-approval letter and I forgot to put it in there. That's frustrating. I don't want
Say
to
that
have,
one more time.
so I've sent it to be signed.
Yeah,
And then I forgot that I had the pre-approval letter and I didn't add that in there. So
okay.
now I'm gonna download it. I can open this up. And I can just add it.
Okay, I'm sorry, I need some direction.
You're okay.
I hit the back
Uh-huh,
and it took me back to this, so there's
Okay.
no save and close here.
action. Save and close. That's okay, because generally you are not ever gonna, you're not gonna get there and then you're gonna say, so you can upload a different file if you need to. Okay, that's just an FYI,
Is there this is a stupid
no stupid question.
question, but this is an old person question. Is there a form or a video or that says, these are the half a dozen buttons that you're going to touch, don't touch a damn thing other than this type of button, does that make sense?
I can make one for you.
Does that,
Pull out your
Mike,
phone.
does that make sense?
Signature, initials, name, check mark, date.
Okay, that's normal, yeah, but
Don't touch anything else. You can't break it though. I mean,
Oh,
what are we
yes, I
gonna do?
can.
Okay, so I'm in the envelopes, let me just show you.
Well, it's not about breaking, it's when you do break it, how do you unbreak it? When you make a mistake and you gotta get it out of
You
there.
go to these actions. And you can close the room or leave the room or start over, okay? What's nice about this is that I can also go to history
Okay,
and I can see when exactly I created the envelope. When it was sent, who signed it, when they signed it, who signed it, and so I can see everything that I've done. You are getting an email notification, you got a push notification when people sign things. So you're gonna see it just like you did in Document.
and you can archive the documents you no longer need.
So-
Or is it archive or delete?
However you feel. Now, watch this magic trick. I'm gonna go back to rooms and I'm gonna go to wood. So this is my current document, current offer that I have out that we just got accepted, okay? So I created an accepted offer. I added. Nope, I added a folder under actions. Cause it does get messy. And so I moved. Everything's in the room docs. Okay, and because it creates a copy of everything, like I made it and then I sent it to Courtney. And she signed it, and so now there's two of them, it doesn't get rid of the first one, that makes, and then I sent it to Karen Wilson. So now I've got a third one, and then she sent it back signed, and now I have a fourth one. So it gets
Are you getting ready to call?
creepy.
Yeah, am I getting ready to have an old shit moment, because I got 4 documents trying to figure out which one I'm dealing with?
Once it's signed. You get this green check mark.
Which says,
Once it's fully signed by
Once it's signed,
everybody?
yes, once it's signed by everybody,
Completely, okay.
so
and
what
then-
you're saying, ignore everything until you get the green check mark.
right? Okay, and then what I do is I create a new folder and I'm like, hey, these are the accepted documents, and then I just move everything that's
And you
accepted
create
there.
that folder where?
Actions. Add a folder,
Okay, why are
And
you
that
moving
just-
it all over to another folder?
because I don't wanna have an oh shit moment and send somebody the wrong thing.
Okay,
But they're keeping
They're keeping
each
it
of
for
the
your.
4 documents
can-
with one signature each. Even though you only need the fully executed one with everybody's signature.
So if you need to go back and make a change, you know, whatever, you can see things.
So,
I don't,
for example, I'm writing an offer. I send my clients the offer documents to sign, they send it back to me.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna forward that on to the seller's agent. They're gonna have that people sign that, send it back to me. In Dot I'm still have this copy that my client signed, and then the executed copy sent back.
right,
So I still have.
you still have
Still
that,
with
yeah,
multiple doc- It's
So-
similar here.
same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I change things. You can rename just like you can in Dotloop, fully executed. A
Mhm.
signature, whatever I wanna do, so that I know that this one is, you just rename it.
okay, but
Same
is that folder that you just created for that, is that still in the same house?
Yes,
Okay, so you're in a
Same
different
room.
room, same house,
same room, same file drawer, different file folder,
okay,
So can I just talk out loud for a second?
absolutely,
A room is the deal that you're working on,
Mhm.
101 Wood Street.
yes,
The envelope or the documents are the documents you're going to use for that transaction.
Mhm.
The envelope is you sending those.
That's how I mail it to them.
Mailing them out,
Mhm.
and then the
Folders,
documents all come back to the documents house, and you can organize those into folders.
yes, 100%. You can do the same thing in Dotloop,
Yeah,
yeah, same thing in
it's
Dotloop,
just the terminology.
yeah.
Yeah.
You have a room, you have folders. You don't have loops, to me, loops is the weird word, right?
Don't disagree with that,
I-
But-
Yeah.
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 Room versus folder, yeah, I
Yeah.
get it, but
And then it also, in Doc Loop, if you ever had to call legal and have legal questions, they're gonna say, well, where's the certification? We need to see the certification of when everything was signed and all that. Hopefully you don't know what I'm talking about, but some of you may,
now
you
what
know.
the hell are you talking about?
Yeah,
Is
the
it-
certifications of when things were completed.
that'd be-
They gives you, this DocuSign gives you a certification of completion.
That loop does too, though, doesn't it?
You have to find it, you kind of dig down, this is kind of in your face.
Okay.
You may like that, you may not. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna here, so I've got all these certifications. Again, I don't want them necessarily chunking up my room room folder, because it gives you that room folder first. I go to documents, I'm gonna action, create a folder, add folder, I'm gonna call this certifications.
Add another damn room, we're gonna have to hire a full damn carpenter to build this house.
Okay, so then I'm gonna take, there's my certifications. And honestly, when I do this, I'm gonna name it X certifications, just because it's alphabetical and I want it down at the bottom. Okay.
So, and what I'm hearing you're saying, you're copying, and saving all your, upfront, all your certifications in the deal, instead of worrying about it just being in DocuSign.
So yes, I can drag and drop, I can move. We selected the folder in current room, what's the folder, certifications, move. It's gonna move it up there, or I can just drag it again, dragging. Or I could have gone up here, clicked it, and hit the move, and it would have done the same thing as right clicking. But it's easy just to drag and drop. If you want everything slopped in one room, have at it. But if you want one folder, it's called the room docs. For me, it's easier to create one called accepted documents, fully executed accepted documents, whatever you want it. I start it with an A because I want the accepted documents up at the top. Okay, because it is alphabetical. And now I've got all of my accepted offer docs up here. Now, when I want to send them to Kyle, the lender, I can just click from this folder. I don't have to go back and figure out which ones are there or not. That makes sense?
All right, now I'm gonna get really confusing.
Hit me.
Why, when you just brought up a point, is there a time and a place that you want to bring also this set of documents over to this room that you would only send to Cal? And so that's automatically done versus sending it to momentum title, or only the momentum title, because they don't need all the other crap, such as all the KW stuff.
Well, I'm gonna click the what I want to send to Kyle,
Can you send it to multiple rooms? I guess that's the question, at one time,
multiple recipients, sure.
not multiple recipients. I'm talking about when you're creating your rooms and you say, okay, I got,
Creating folders within the room. So the room is
Can you put it in multiple rooms?
yeah.
One
is there a
document.
time that you would want to, you know where I'm going with this, like, okay, Cal don't need anything other than the purchase agreement and whatever else. Momentum only needs this and this. Then you got another room that's for your, I can't think of anybody, but all of a sudden that's where all their stuff goes and stays, and then you're not bringing it all into the house. You're bringing it into the house, but you're also moving it into individual rooms. Am I too confusing?
Yes.
I think what you're asking.
Hello,
is,
Social
can
Security, if you go ahead and start my Social Security for me, please.
Can you put the same document in multiple rooms?
Yes, that's what I'm trying to get to. And is there a need to?
So why would I put, if I've got the seller's disclosure for 801 Wood Street, I'm not gonna put that seller's disclosure in 123 Main Street.
No,
No, that's not what I'm
But he's
saying.
talking about certifications, I think. So that if one person needs this one, but this person needs this certification, but not this. Can you put,
You can
Same
copy,
document.
you could copy documents into different places, but I don't see that that would ever be necessary. Because think about this. If you've got a loop for the Utica warehouse,
Mm-hmm.
what document are you gonna put in any other loop?
I'll give you an example, we upload plans, for Utica. And, whatever documents we might have. But the title company does not need, and how would it be possible or be a problem? All of a sudden I got the plans and, any other documents, and that the closing attorney don't need, or somebody else wouldn't happen to need, and we just move that over and say, okay, only let the people, only make sure you don't screw up. I'm trying to keep me from screwing up and sending them unnecessary documents
So when you.
for
send
that
documents-
specific house.
when. Two different things that I'm thinking you're saying, so I've got this and this that I want to send to the title company, I don't care what they are. Okay, then I'm gonna create an envelope and send it to the title company. But then I wanna send this and this and this and this to Kyle. I'm gonna create an envelope and I'm gonna mail those to him, so that I'm sending the same documents to different people.
And maybe I'm saying, and at that point, if for whatever reason you need to do something again, to send it to them, I'm just trying to say, okay, we just reach over, and instead, maybe it's the envelope I'm saying, and not a room.
You can resend them,
Resend that envelope, and not create a room, and that solves a whole damn problem.
Yeah.
See what I was doing with that?
but like these three documents, you can also combine them, you can also move them, and when I move them. I can select a destination, I can go to any active room. I can go to any closed rooms, I can remove them to my documents, and you can move them wherever you need to. Instead of downloading them and uploading them somewhere, we can just move them here, but,
I'm just getting too difficult, all right?
I don't think it's difficult, I think,
No, I'm getting my brain too difficult.
I don't know that. When you send something to somebody, it's an envelope, just like the postman.
And not a room, it's an envelope.
Right.
Strictly an envelope, and the room is
The house, whatever the property
house.
is, the property, yeah.
and that's, I'm separating, trying to break down a house. In actuality, they're rooms, and there is no house.
So the room is the property.
so,
The envelope is how we get things signed. That's just how we send it. So just if it's something that back in the day you had to send, or you had to email, or you had to, however they got it, you sent it, that's an envelope.
Okay. And again, I'm gonna repeat it 40 times in my brain. There is no house, it is only envelopes, and there are only rooms, and in those rooms there are envelopes, and that's it. Forget the rest of the crap.
There
Right.
maybe
are,
they should have made it house equals your deal and rooms equals.
okay, so this is the dashboard. Okay, right now, I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rooms. Okay,
Dashboard is your house.
dashboard is, yes, sure.
Dashboard is the house, okay.
Okay. But.
Dashboard.
Avenue,
Dashboard of neighborhood.
So that's your one deal. That's
This
the
is one
one,
deal.
those are your envelopes within that deal.
This is the same girl on a house that she didn't get, so I'm gonna go ahead and archive this,
Okay.
okay? It's just like archiving a loop, she didn't get this, so I'm just gonna
Move it over out of the
delete
way.
it, yeah. This is a listing that I have. Right now, I have one listing and one pending. Actually, I have more, but they're not in here. And let's see, I can see what I've done down here, the signing.
So and that's in the dashboard. The dashboard shows you
Dashboard
all
shows
of
you
your,
all of your
everything you
transactions. All transactions.
all of your.
Does that machine up there let you know daily when it's not? Say, hey dummy, you ain't got this done yet. Will it, does it?
The same, the way you got it from DocuSign, it's gonna ding you when it's signed.
Okay, send it when it's signed, but
And
not,
it's saying right down here that these are signed.
And that's from a variety of different rooms, right?
Yes.
So you do have a little bit of signing activity there on your dashboard.
Yeah. This is when I got those offer complete with DocuSign count, that's completed.
all right, now you're telling us all the great things about DocuSign. What's the troubling parts and what's the difference of that?
If you don't take the time to do the details page up front, you're creating more work for yourself.
Okay,
The room docs, if I go into, again, Wood Avenue. I go into that property. And I go to my documents. If I don't use the folders, my room docs folder gets really messy. It automatically named this room docs for me. That comes up with one folder, every single DocuSign room that you do is gonna start with room docs. Gonna put all the documents in that one folder called room docs. If you don't make extra folders, that room docs, by the end of the transaction, is gonna have 75 different pieces of paper in it.
okay, so that'd be the same as
Same as DocuSign.
dot loop, and you go down and you just, and that's the same as the listing, the purchase, the closing docs,
Yeah.
all those.
Mhm.
And in that instance, is you just got them identified as the room numbers. Can we alter or change what it says to where it goes in the rooms? I can see my cluster brain just or going into it, putting it in the wrong
It's
room.
not automatically
Won't let
gonna put those in there that I am aware of. It's not gonna put all of your signed documents in a signed documents folder, that you're gonna have to move them there. But again, you've got this little green thing that says sign.
And it will reach out and say, hey, dummy, you need to make sure you put it in a room, or does it automatically go to whatever room is out there? Is that a legitimate question?
When you create the property DocuSign room,
Yeah, files in the same thing.
and it all goes in there, yeah.
And if you don't do anything with it, it's still, it's in that great big room.
It's in there, it's just a big jump,
Big
unless
folder.
you
Yeah.
break it
Yeah,
out by.
I mean, it's, Brian, it's this. When you open up that file folder door at your desk in the office,
Put it in the right folder.
put it in the right folder. Don't just throw it in there.
Don't make it complicated.
Yeah,
And you do the folders with A, B, C, D is how it's kept, is that what you're saying?
it's in alphabetical order. So I'm gonna put accepted offers and then I'm gonna put certifications or X or trash or something where down. Z.
What she's trying to say is don't do like my desk looks and don't just set it on the desk and say, there's that.
I don't wanna see my room docs, which is where I'm gonna say all of my trash goes first. I wanna see my accepted offers first. It is in alphabetical order, just, put A in front of, if you wanna call it sign docs, put A sign docs. Then it'll all be up at the top.
But that's not automatically generated. You have to name it accordingly and do
Yeah.
what you need to.
When you
That's what I was
go
trying to get to.
actions, add a folder,
And then you break the folders out, however
and
you
you
want
write,
to.
however you want. You are your own filing person. Some people like to keep things neat and orderly. And there's Brian. Hey, Mike, what questions do you have?
He's not saying anything. It's pissing me off.
when you get all your completed docs and you need to move these back to command.
Same as, so I go back to command. Log in. Hold on. Oh, please. Yeah. I don't know what my recovery email address is, so. You would just go to command.
Here,
So we come back over here to.
yeah, she's the lady who's teaching this shit, she just got kicked out.
I just don't know what my email, so yeah, so then you go DocuSign up there, and then you would do exclusive, right? No, yeah, you're there. So now when you hit down folder for your working folders. And if you don't have, if it says room docs and you made another folder, then you would just refresh and it'll probably do that. Yeah, and then so now, when you hit that down, exclusive right to sell, select. It should be there.
Well, I don't have anything signed yet,
Yeah,
so.
well, if you started here,
Mhm.
that it should all be there,
Okay.
just like that, so.
And then it looks like I can create my own packets.
Yes,
I wanna,
you
like-
can create your own packets, yes,
And can I have them like filled out with stuff that I'm gonna
absolutely,
do this, okay?
100%. And I'm actually going through that today. But it's. you can figure that out.
Fairly similar.
It's very similar, yeah. Okay,
Okay, so I don't know what else to ask at this point, but I'm sure I will have questions.
I'll be doing this next week,
Okay,
and my office is down on the left.
you're available for questions at any
Available
time?
for questions
So-
anytime,
thank you.
yes. But yeah, you can create your own packets. The office packets probably will be updated. I would assume that's gonna be a top priority, so, because I'm gonna go start banging the drum. So,
And who does that, Tristan? He'll be here tomorrow, so maybe we can.
yeah,
I went in and got a packet off Angie's desk, like she said, for the buyers and the sellers for residential. But they're gonna load them up into our system with DocuSign.
that's their job.
Then I gotta figure out my own stuff with Tristan and whoever strengthening that, commercial.
Commercial, yeah, I mean, I would assume that that could be a regional thing.
Okay.
Helpful?
A little bit Greek since I haven't done one before this.
Quite honestly, it's screwed up on both the dot loop and DocuSign, and it's, so
Here's the end all be all. I'm cheap. I'm not gonna pay for something. I mean, I'm paying for extra, I'm not gonna pay for extra when I don't have
Something
to, and this is. I learned on DocuSign. Maybe, I don't even remember, I've used both of them throughout the years, so I don't think there's one. You know, so like I said, they're sisters. Your kids, both kids are gonna piss you off in different ways, different days.
I think for me, just that terminology hump. It's the who moved my cheese, really. It's been using Document for so long, and it's all there. And here it's room, document envelope. But once I can see the path.
Yeah.
Pretty easy, you know.
There's folders, just like there's folders.
Right.
My issues are just much bigger than moving document we signed. And they take the commercial stuff in with Sarah, and then Sarah's changing their stuff up. And
Can't help you with that.
you can't, that's
I
not
can
your
be,
job.
I can be a cheerleader and tell you to go get them, Tiger, but that's about as good as I got for you.
And then you got Beacon and Elevate and all that other fun stuff that you were dealing with.
Realist.
And realize, which is not the crap that's in there that I need, it's not there. And Glenn says, well, yeah, it's there, but tell me, well, no, it's not.
I don't know about
Yeah, but that's different, that's. All right, anything else?
that. I'm still learning. I'll have more stuff for you, but yeah, I mean, it's packets and
We don't know what deadlines are at this present time either, do we?
that's not me.
For what?
Deadlines.
Or Doc first,
It's in January.
end of January now?
Unless that call on Friday changes anything, but I don't think it will.
That you what?
I don't think it will.
Out. Yeah, that's another conversation, but anyway. Thank you very much for your help.
Ask me any questions, I will figure it out the answers.
And this is being done again when?
Next Wednesday.
Next Wednesday. I'm a.
And then the
Needs
third
multiple.
Wednesday, I am teaching a class. Basically, I think moved my cheese, leadership, 5 dysfunctions of a team, pyramid class.
Did you
and
say
then
functions of a team or dysfunction?
5 dysfunctions of a team. I like to call it the function. Gosh, I
Say
feel
this
like-
again, it's what?
5 dysfunctions of the team. It's a book. It's a leadership book, but I think it's a book that everybody should read if you are dealing with humans. Either in your family or in a business or in an office. Just teaches people how to be awesome. And then I'm gonna teach this again another at the end of the month.
Wednesday, at this next Wednesday at the same time again?
Yeah,
Did I ever tell you about hearing him speak live at leadership? Did I tell you about it?
no.
What's it? What's it?
Lencioni.
Yeah. So.
I would be like attached to his knee.
Well, they had there's a organization that they do a leadership conference every year and they get big names like that. I did a virtual thing, but the guy that runs the conference came out and said. His thing was, listen, this year's theme is everyone's a leader. And he just talked about how everyone should be leading and blah, 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 just everyone's a leader. And so that was the theme in the conference, everyone's a leader. And so everyone that day was speaking about, leadership, and in some capacity, they were like, everyone's a leader. But he comes out, Patrick Lencioni is the closing talk, and he's just like, all right, listen, guys, thank you for coming. This might be the last time I ever speak at this conference because not everyone should be a leader. Am I the only one that's, am I the only one that's seen it? And he just, it's like, he was writing a book, actively writing the book. I can't remember what the title of it is, but he was just like, if you don't have X, Y, Z, like you
Yeah,
have
he's
no
probably
business.
writing the ideal team players. And you've gotta have other people, but I think to a point, everyone is a leader to someone else. But sometimes there are too many Indians, not enough, or too many chiefs, not enough Indians, so.
But it was.
I could,
opening
just
line.
from what I've heard him say, I knew it when, as soon as you said that everybody's a leader, I'm like, you wouldn't buy that. But like, that's how I raise my kids, you know. Trust is important, that's the basis of everything, and here's how it goes,
Yep.
and conflict is not bad,
Conflict's not bad.
conflict is not bad. You can't come to, if everybody is a yes man, you're not gonna get true results.
That's what I've always told my past employees of electrical company. I'm not looking for a yes employee. I'm looking for somebody to say no.
Conflict, you have to have conflict, so if you can come to some consensus and conclusions.
Yeah.
And then get results, like even if you and I disagree on something, if you understand why I'm doing it. And it's for the good of everybody,
Well, that's what you say. I'll explain, we'll go over it. And the third time we went over it again and I've made a decision. Here's why. I made that decision. I want you to learn why I want to do it this way and not just because I said so, because it's not going to work if I just said so and you walk out here pissed off.
Yeah.
So, yeah, same thing. Thank you very much for your help.
Appreciate it.
Now that we're a little bit confused, more confused, maybe.
confused less. I would like to know what my recovery email is.
I think one of the biggest problems I'm having is if stuff was in there correctly and right, I'd probably be less frustrated on my side.
The fact that you don't have those documents in there, but they're packets, and you can make packets. And
We did.
Yeah, well, like literally at 3 o'clock, I'm gonna learn how to make packets, and so tomorrow, if you want me to make you a packet.
Well, I think this is probably gonna be a Kristen, where did Alyssa save them, because we did them all.
Yeah.
And we put those packets together.
Yeah.
But for instance, business packet is popping up that we don't even know why it's there. And Kristen said, well, it's because other people can't get off their hands on it. But it's popping up as a commercial, the commercial packet.